I think my real interest, if I traced it back, was curiosity about the physical world, which is what physics is.
One might imagine, at least, that one's talking about nature when one's talking about the character of physical laws. But I don't want to talk about nature, but rather how we stand relative to nature now. I want to tell you what we think we know, and what there is to guess, and how one goes about guessing.
This is the piece of the equation which describes how the Higgs field acquires its value.
So welcome to episode number 56 of Physics Matter. So my name is Christine Dorf. I work at the European Spallation Source in Sweden, and I'm the former chair of the Forum of International Physics, the FIP at the American Physical Society, which proudly support this series. So our Physics Matter monthly colloquia brings together a global audience through accessing and engaging science communication. So we aim to promote capacity building in developing regions and highlight the value of large-scale research infrastructure, such as the Sesame Lighthouse in Jordan. So since December 2020, we have been virtually traveling across continent, sharing inspiring scientific journey. So visit our website and the YouTube channel to explore those sessions featuring the different theories that are technology transfer, science innovation, effort addressing global challenge, and through the voice of those scientists that are building a more sustainable future. So last month, we heard a fresh perspective from the next generation of physicists, including Niloufa Jakkar, who is the president of the International Association of Physics Students, so the APS. And today we're going to go live to Morocco. So in our panel today, we have the honor to have with us Mounia Lassiria, who is working at Brookhaven National Lab and who is also member at large of the FIP. So we are especially honored to welcome our guest speaker, Professor Rajaâ Cherkaoui El Moursli, and she is a pioneer in Moroccan physics and a professor at Mohammed University, Mohammed V University in Rabat. So Professor El Moursli has been playing a key role in integrating Morocco into the Atlas experiment at CERN, one of the world's largest scientific collaboration, so which contributes to the discovery of the Higgs boson and which is a cornerstone of our understanding of physics. So she won the L'Oréal UNESCO for Women in Science Award in 2015 and started the Moroccan first program to train medical physicists for hospital. So over her career, she had guided many young scientists, including Mounia, and taken part in global research on particles and on neutrinos. So she's a member of top scientific organizations like the TWS, the AS, and the OWSD, and the European Academy of Science and Art. So in 2024, she was named the Forbes 50 over 50 list for her impact in science and leadership. So for Professor Cherkaoui, continue to inspire the young scientific in Morocco, in Africa, but also around the world. So today we will hear her presentation, and you can already prepare your question in the Q&A box, and we can share with her after her presentation and listen to her answer. So Professor Cherkaoui, I leave you the floor.
Thank you, Christine. Thank you very much. First, I would like to thank the American Physical Society to invite me and Christine. Bravo for all the things you are doing. It's very, very nice. So welcome to my scientific journey. So I am Rajaâ Cherkaoui El Moursli. I am professor of nuclear physics at the Mohammed V University of Rabat, Morocco. And my work span from fundamental nuclear particle physics to practical medical application. And I am also a member of the Hassan II Academy of Science and Technology in my country. So before talking about my journey, I would like to show you the United Nations Agenda 2030. It's very important. It's for achieving sustainable development. As you can see, the United Nations Global Goals framework aims mainly at reducing inequality for the world. And this can be achieved if there are more women involved in science. And it is clear if you look to the target or the goal 4, 5, 9, and 17. So this is very important, and now it's clear, I think, in all the world. Now, let me talk about my journey. I will begin in the beginning. I was born in Saleh, a little town. No, it's a big town near Rabat. And after that, I do all my undergrad school in Morocco, in between Saleh and Rabat. And in 1974, I convinced my father to allow me to pursue graduate studies in France. And it is overcoming cultural barriers. It's very important because at this time I am from a conservative family. It's not easy to go abroad. If you go abroad, you have to be married. So I have this chance to be that. And after that, I stay in Grenoble until I have my PhD in the Université Joseph Fourier in Grenoble. And here I would like to emphasize that my journey began with some role model, some inspiration. The first one is Neil Armstrong's moon landing. This at this moment, not all the house have a TV, so we have a TV. All neighbors come to see, and I am young. I say, what's happened? And I discover something for me. It's I never forget that. And also, I receive a book from the life of Marie Curie, and the book for children. And it's for that, currently, I say we have to prepare some book. I prepare one with some ONG for school to show them that currently you can have many women and men who can do many things. And also something very important is the passionate high school teacher I have. The teachers are very important. They can change all your life, all your career. And I returned in Morocco in 1982 at the Faculty of Science of Mohammed V University. And at this moment, in the laboratory in this university, in the nuclear physics laboratory, there is no women, only men. So I am the first. It's not easy for me. But for me, it is, you have to work. If you work, you can, all men or women, the importance is to have some results. And I have the chance in 1996, I have chosen by my colleagues man to be head of this laboratory. And this changed all my life in the beginning. And in 2013, the president of the university called me to appoint me to be vice president of the university. And this is important because Mohammed V University is the mother university, is the first one in Morocco. And so to have a woman vice president is very important because it's a huge university. We have about 18 institutions and about 100,000 students. So you have an idea how many. So all that is a very good experience because I have research, I saw administration, and this is important to show all the. And another thing is very important is adapting. To adapt to, because I do my PhD in Grenoble on heavy ion reaction near particle accelerator. I come back in Morocco. You have a laboratory, very good laboratory, but you have only applied nuclear physics. So all the experience, so I have to adapt, and this is very important. If you don't adapt to situation, you can't go ahead. And I think in the future it will be very important for all young researchers. So I led many projects, and one was very important is around the environment, radioactivity, and pollution monitoring, and it is very important. I am always doing that because it's important for our country. And after that, I'm back to the fundamental research, re-establishing collaboration with the Grenoble laboratory to pursue advanced nuclear studies based in fundamental. And this is, so in 1996, with some colleagues, when I have been in Grenoble, there is two colleagues from Morocco who are with me, and we decide to push that Morocco began participate officially to the Atlas experiment at CERN. So it's not easy, but we do that. And at this time, it is the first African and Arab country who are member of this collaboration. And I thank the minister at this time because he understands. He say if there is some discovery, Morocco is there, and what's happened is that. And I will talk about this Atlas collaboration. What is the Atlas collaboration? It's a huge collaboration, including around 5,000 scientists from 42 countries. And Morocco is the beginning, so it's not easy for us. But why this Atlas collaboration? It is to construct and analyze data of a big detector, the Atlas detector. Atlas is not the mountain of our country, because all people were in Morocco, I say, I work in Atlas, you say, which mountain of Atlas? No, it's the acronym of a toroidal LHC apparatus. This detector is 46 meters long and 25 meters high and wide. And it is important because it's like onion. You have many layer of detectors, and Morocco with Grenoble and Stockholm work to prepare one detector. In the middle is the electron from one part of the electromagnetic detector, and this is for us it's important because we need the trust, and this is the first step. And the Atlas experiment is one of the largest detector at the Large Hadron Collider, LHC, at CERN, at the European Organization for Nuclear Research. So imagine a 27-kilometer circular tunnel buried 1 meter deep, in which protons circulate at 99.999% of the speed of light. So we go near the speed of light. And we managed to recreate for a short time what's happened just after the Big Bang. And this proton, we make them collide face to face, so we will have new particles. And this is very important to show exactly what's happened in the beginning. And so the image showed the expansion of the universe from the Big Bang to today. And so you see that it is 40 billion years. And we are near the Big Bang, just after the Big Bang for the experience. So what the aim in the beginning is to find the Higgs particles. And finally, we find it. We discovered this Higgs particle. It was exciting moment. we, Moroccan researchers, are contribute to an important discovery of the century. And this, for us, it's amazing, exciting moment. And the Nobel Prize in Physics in 2013 was awarded to François Englert and Peter Higgs. And in this prize, they talk about Atlas and CMS who discovered this. One moment, please. I have to take. There is some near the home. Do you have me very good?
Yes, that works well.
Because there is some. So to do that, we set up a network of researchers in all Morocco from 5 universities and some.
I guess we lost her.
There is some problem, yes.
Yeah, this is those electrons. It's not because of the proton. So indeed, if you can share again.
It's from my part or your?
I don't know. I mean, must be from your side. Sorry.
Perhaps I will. It's good.
So you see on the background, just for the excitement, so this is the LHC. Exactly where those protons are accelerated at 99.99% of the speed of the light.
It's good?
Now we can hear, yeah.
Yes, I am here. I only chatted. Do you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear. If you can share the screen, let's try again.
I'm trying. It's good?
Yeah, that works. Super.
Oh, thank you.
Please go on.
The contribution of the Moroccan team to the experimental proof was very important. And we show that we can. In science, there is no difference between all people where you are. You have only to work hard and to show that you can. And this is very important for us because we have the trust or our maker decision. It's very important for us. There is some problem. Huh? It's good. So we have many benefits for Morocco. For this, our participation led to technology transfer, new master program in medical physics, other masters, and training for hundreds of students who now serve in hospital and lab. And I will explain why. So another thing very important, the collaboration with CERN has allowed us to develop close collaboration with French, with Spanish, with Sweden laboratories, as well with our diaspora. And this is very important. Diaspora help us. And this, I have to mention that is very important. And why this collaboration is important for Morocco? Because basic science does not stop at discovery. It drives innovation, tools development are very important. And why? I will explain why. Because if you look at the 3 technology pillars of particle physics, you have accelerators, detectors, computing tools, and radiation protection. If you look to accelerator, cancer radiotherapy can be used accelerator. Hadron therapy use accelerator. Production of radioisotope use accelerator. The all technique you learn in high energy physics can help you. If you look to the detector, we can develop new detectors in medical imaging detector. You know, in diagnostic, you have to have a good image. And imaging tools faster and more sensitive. So it is very important. If I look to computing tools and radiation protection, grid computing. So the first thing we do, we create a grid computing in Morocco, Moroccan grid computing. You have many simulation tools. I will talk about that because we use that in the beginning. And you can prepare with simulation, establishing personalized treatment plan, and of course, radiation protection. And this also we have currently a master around that. Why the software is very important. We have a Power Monte Carlo toolkit, Géant 4. Géant 4 stands as its simulation toolkits in modern particle physics, in high energy physics if you want. So the toolkit simulates all the process of particle interacting with matter, modeling detector geometry material, fundamental particle, and electromagnetic fields. So the first thing we do is to use Géant 4 for medical physics through simulation. So we try to transform. And why we do that? Because we look that at CERN, they have at the time, the new department of medical physics. So we try. And I think collaboration is very important. But you look each laboratory in the world, what they are doing, and you try to do the same, but it depends of your country. We have not to have exactly the same model. So here in the beginning, we can have radiation therapy around that. So models external beams, radiotherapy treatment, heat and patient anatomy, calculate three-dimension dose distribution for brachytherapy with and simulate complex hadron therapy in beam. For that, we work a little with Italy. And there is another toolkit GATE. GATE is Géant 4, who have been transformed by some researcher. Géant 4 application for tomography emission. And this, we use that. It's very important. So GATE is the software platform designed for the simulation of medical image system and used in nuclear medicine, built on the Géant 4 toolkit, and he is widely used for simulating the behavior of particle physics, particle in medical application. So what is the GATE application? You have PET and SPECT imaging. I will come to that to show what we do about that. We have radiation therapy. You have imaging system design. We have phantom study. Look, all that we can do it thanks to GATE. And here, so we go from particle physics to medical application. But if you want to have research in that, you need human resource. So you need first a master. So in 2007, I implement the first master program in medical physics in Morocco. And it is very important because we have no one before. And after that, we have research team development in all. This master in the beginning only in our university. Now you have many universities in Morocco who have this master. So, and we have many research team development, sometimes for our students, sometimes. And this, in hospital across Morocco. And this is very important because at the end of the 2 years of master, many hospitals open around nuclear medicine in all our country. And I think it's beginning of something very, very important. And perhaps the most meaningful aspect of my career has been translating theoretical physics into practical application that directly benefit population, if you want. And here I give some example. I am near. So I will ask them to stop. So here I am showing the gate is we use gate, and here we try to simulate of various system, aspect, PET scan. We do all that because each PhD student work in anything, and here we need, when you talk about simulation, you need some local cluster. So thanks to CERN, who give us some server, we have in the laboratory independent cluster. But now currently all the things change, because we have also a big there is something, a big server in a Tubgal supercomputer in University Polytechnic Ben Grir, and we can use it. And we have only one in CNRS, in National Center for Research in Morocco. And here I will show you some research projects carried out in our lab. First, the validation using gates according to the protocol NEMA. And we do that for the clinical positron emission tomography, PET scan, and the emission computer axial tomograph. It's a brand of PET scan developed by Siemens, and also high resolution plus. And there is many publication about that, but it's the beginning of something in Morocco. And we have also studied the effect of changing some parameter, for example, coincidence time windows, dead time. We change many things in simulation to show, to see what's happened for the imaging or what happened for the treatment. And we have the validation of many biograph around and also the detector, if you change the crystal, what's happened. When you have simulation, it's very good to study all that. And we have also another using adaptive anisotropic diffusion filter, different filter. Though we have that. I show you only some of them. And you have also some students working about Monte Carlo study in offer placement flat for a filter, different filter. And and currently we have a big project that is led by one colleague, Professor Tayalati. It's flash therapy. And this is very important because we are trying to simulate this, and we have a big grant for that, to have a prototype from Morocco. So we have many partner in Morocco, of course, and abroad Morocco to do that. And flash therapy, what is this? It's a high radiation doses delivered in milliseconds, up to 100 faster than conventional treatment. So it's very new, and many universities are working about around that, and is target tumors precisely, and reduce damage to surrounded tissue. It's very important. And for the patient experience is shorter session, minutes than hours, fewer visits, not many visits, and faster recovery. And this, so we try, I hope we can do that, but we try to have a prototype in Morocco. And after effort comes comfort, of course. And this, I want to talk about that. Why? to show that we can. It's not easy. All that is not easy. Sometimes you have problems. I have 3 children. I stop. I become, but we can. We have never to stop. The first one, I see that I become vice president of our university. The second, I will give only the important. I have more than resident member of the Hassan second academy. We are currently 4 women, all are men. And I have also elected as a fellow of the African Academy of Science. Currently, I am vice president for the North Africa, and elected also the fellow of the World Academy of Science twice for the advancement of science in developing country. And elected also as a fellow of the European Academy of Science and Art. Why? Because one day I have awarded L'Oréal UNESCO Women in Science. And this, I think it is very important to emphasize when you give a women award, you put it in the light. And this is very important. We have to do that in many cases to show that women can. When you are working in a university, no one, we haven't at this time many communication noise, all the things change. So no one know that what you are doing. And this award show our decision making, what we are doing. I am honored by the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. This is very important for me because I am Islamic, though for me it's very important. And when you have the trust of decision makers, it's very important because thanks to that, I have leadership role in Morocco's nuclear and radiological safety and research institution. For example, currently I am member of the board of trustee of 3 important institutions: the Moroccan Agency for Nuclear and Radiological Safety and Security, AMSNOA, the National Center for Energy Science and Nuclear Techniques, CNISTEN, and National Center for Scientific and Technical Research. So I can give I try to help my country. It's very important. And I am member of many jury, but I will talk about some jury who was about women in science. You have L'Oréal UNESCO Maghreb Fellowship. So I am here since 2015. Each year we have 5 women granted for the Maghreb, the North Africa. And here, this is important. I am member of the international jury, L'Oréal UNESCO for Women in Science Award. And I am proud to serve on juries and boards that promote women in science. And this is very important for me. We still have a long way to go, but I believe deeply in mentoring and lifting the next generation. I just come from Paris. We granted a new 5 women in the world. And I create something called the National Committee, my thesis in 180 seconds. It's very important because I discovered that some PhD students have some difficulty to explain what they are doing. So here in 3 minutes, you have to explain what is your thesis. And it's international context, and Morocco is there. Thanks to me, and I am member also of the Scientific Committee of the Women's Foundation for Africa. Currently, all the Academy of Science in Africa have a network named NASAC, Network of African Academy of Science. And currently, I am vice president, so it is important because I can help Morocco, but I can also help some country I try, of course, it's not easy country. So in conclusion, my journey for this discovery to impact, from discovery to impact, from childhood curiosity to world-class science, from fundamental research to real-life medical application, a collective journey. I do all that thanks to my colleagues, thanks to my team, to my PhD students. If they are not them, I can't do that. You have to work in a team. And the future women in STEAM, Africa leaders and science for society. And this is very important. I would like to thank you for this, to call me. Thank you for your attention. I am here for some questions. Thank you.
Thank
Do
you.
you hear me? Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much, Professor Cherkaoui. It was a pleasure to hear your personal perspective as well, the evolution, very impressive and encouraging, inspiring for many, many young ladies as well that will have found that science is the way forward. Indeed. So we have a few questions, and we have also, Alan also who joined us, so from Los Alamos now, so with the Northern Light. So he's coming from Los Alamos, indeed. And so we will have maybe some of the questions first. So from the audience, so I will start reading them. So one from Chris Quick, so who is also very familiar, I think, with the Atlas, and we can come back on that later. But from your presentation, so what is, can you tell us about the preparation of lycée for the high school student in Morocco in mathematics and science before coming to university? What are the language of instruction, French, Arabic, or other language?
But when I have been in high school, all the things is in French. So I have not this problem. But when I began my work at the university, after some years, we receive this students who have, because before you have language in Arabic and French, but you have all scientific courses in French, and after that they change in Arabic. And now we understand that we have to take in foreign, in Arabic, in French or English language for scientific courses. And so all the thing is changing in Morocco. And now currently, if you look to young people, they all talk English very well, better than me, sure.
The books are in English as well, I guess.
But all the things is going very good in Morocco, because we, for example, in the Academy of Science, we can have a report. We depend directly from under the king. So we put some reports showing what we have to do in science, in research. And this is very good because it's very good organized, and this can give many change in Morocco.
Very good. So just before starting the second question, we will ask if you can stop sharing like this, we can see you better.
Yes.
And the second question is also in a kind of personal skill. So what kind of skill and personal knowledge? So what is the most important for young professional entering the field of radiotherapy?
I don't hear what's most important, what?
In terms of skill, and knowledge, what are the most important ones for young professionals?
Yes. There is many things. For the first one is radiation. To know what is radiation, what we use in medical physics, what technique you use. When we will talk about medical physics, you have radiotherapy, you have brachytherapy, you have nuclear medicine. So we have to learn all that before. It's for that when we have a master is 2 years. But after 2 years, I always say to my students, please don't try to learn more, and to put them in a clinic or in hospital to learn more, because I think experience is more important. but it is important to have a master or 2 years to learn what's happened. And in Morocco currently, we are going very, very quick in that. We will have a number of hospitals in the next year, many new. There is many hospital in all the Morocco, and so we need radiation physicists. We need it. It's not only we will need it, and also, of course, a nuclear medicine physicist. But it's not easy. You have to do a master or engineering school in that. But in Morocco, we have only master. And you have many master in many university in Morocco.
In several universities in Morocco. And you can accept as well people who would do a master outside of Morocco to work in those hospitals, providing that they speak the language.
So it's cut. When you talk, Christine, there is some cut. I don't hear all the sentence. Please repeat.
So how many masters and PhD have this level in Morocco in quantity?
Currently in Morocco, you have some medical physics. You have also some master of radiation. Radioprotection is very important also because we learn also all these courses we have in medical physics. But you have a public university and you have also private university. And the last year, we have many private university and very hard university. You have university in medical science, university in physics, but you have many. And in this new university, who are private, so rich, if you look to public university, there is all they try to have medical physics. So you have one in Casablanca, you have one in Casablanca in private university, in University Mohammed the Sixth University for Medical Science. You have one in Setat near Casablanca. You have radiation masters in University Mohammed VI Polytechnic in Ben Guerir near Marrakesh. You have one in Rabat in our university. There is many colleagues doing many things very interesting, and I am proud for them because I know all them. And but you have to know that we have many young people and very good people. But if we take a master, when we have a master, you have to take, in general, you take from 20 to 25 students. And when you have the call, you receive around, sometimes I receive around more than 700 candidates. So you have an idea. So you have to be very good to be sure to be accepted. And another thing very important that you have a collaboration with Africa. So each university has to take some students from different countries from Africa.
So that's really important as well. So all the collaboration. So large quantity.
Very important. With that collaboration, it was difficult for me to have all that.
But you remember all of them, so this is impressive. So we have a question from Alan. Yeah.
Well, first, I apologize for arriving late. I was giving a presentation and it just kept going on and on. But from what I'm hearing, it's very outstanding and inspirational talk. Raja, can you estimate the fraction of medical physicists in Northern Africa who are female?
Excuse me, Kat, I think it's perhaps right. Repeat.
I'll repeat and write it if necessary. What fraction of medical physicists are female in Northern Africa?
No, No, we haven't problem for female. It's when I began to work, I can show you. I began many years ago, more than 40 years. In the beginning, some colleagues say, "Oh, you have children. What?" I say, I always answer that it's my problem. Here we talk about problem of work. So I always say to women, you haven't to say that men block you. No, you have to try to do the best things. And in Africa, we have not problem to have women. We have many problems, many women. If, for example, if I look to the faculty of science, or I look to the first engineering school, we have around 40% women. In medicine, we have more than 60% women. So, and here our king say that we have fifth, five, 50% women and 50% men. So our economy needs the two, and this is very important. And I think the problem of women and men, it's we have to stop that. We have to stop that because our country need the two.
Mhm.
Exactly, the two. So at least 50%. So Munia, what do you think?
First, I would like to thank you, Christine, for this nice and inspiring colloquium, and also I'm happy to be here. As I consider myself incredible to have had Professor Cherkaoui not only as like my professor, but also as my academic advisor and lifelong source of inspiration. So yeah, actually, Professor Cherkaoui already mentioned the United Nations 2030 agenda and the importance of Goal 5 on gender equality. However, you did also mention that you are one of only 4 women in Hassan II Academy of Science and Technology, with the rest of the members being men. So that struck reality and scores how much work remains to be done, and how do you think institutions like the academy can lead by example to promote great gender equality at the highest level of scientific leadership, like to make it at least like 50-50.
I understand, Munia. Yes, yes. I think so recently with one ONG, they write a little book for children, very young children, and they write this book. It's like once upon a time there is and they call many women in different area, and they put this book at school and many schools, and many organizations give money to this book to have it also in public school. And this is very important. I think we have to show a role model, and it is impossible to have if you look the United Nations agenda, it is impossible to ask to give response without women. It's impossible. So in Africa, for example, I am also in some jury in Africa. For example, recently I am chair of the jury of UNESCO Guinea Equatorial, and in this we give 3 awards for senior and grants for women in science. For senior, it's women and men, but for and also in African Academy of, there is many initiatives in African Academy of Science. We have many projects, but one is very important is ARISE project, is for European Union. If there is a call, I will send you. It's very important. If there is a team, young team, who have a good research in science, in all science, they can have a very important grant, because the European Union give this money, and our African Academy who do the call, we have a committee for selecting. And for example, next week I am going to Ghana in Accra, and here we will have a big forum. But in parallel of this forum, we have some session. All this the first Horizon 1 will show us this young researcher what they do with this grant. Very important. Some of them have created a laboratory, and for me, I hope that all organizations help young researchers who have a good idea, who have a good research project, and thanks to that, we can have a future good Africa, a future Africa were very good. And I hope all people who are very good to come back to their country if they can, of course. But there is many organizations doing all that. In NASAC also, we have some initiative. If we don't do all this initiative, if we don't do give some award to women, it will be impossible to go ahead. Thank you.
I have actually another. I mean, thanks a lot, Professor. So from your experience, do you think young, researchers or early career in Africa have enough like entry point to engage with the policymakers? Like, I mean, it's a powerful goal, but often we don't know like where to begin. So, I mean, what like first small steps you would recommend to young African physicists or scientists who want like to make their voice heard beyond academia?
Yes.
I mean, kind of linking between society and
yes. The first thing you have to do is to be sure that you have the trust of policymakers. If you haven't the trust, you can have anything. When you have the trust, you can, at this time, they will hear you. They will see what you are doing. And for example, they call me for board of trustee white because they see that I am trying to help my country. And they say that I have some expertise. So they call me, please. Sometimes I have in LinkedIn some question from parliament. Some people from parliament write me, please, I have a question. Can you give me a response? And this can help for many things. And for that, I think the first thing you have is the trust. If you have the trust, you can help policymaker. If you haven't the trust, it will be impossible.
Yeah, well noted, Professor. Thank you so much. So, by the way, you are still
happy to hear you.
Yeah, thanks, Professor, a lot. So, by the way, you are still like sharing your screen. Maybe you can stop sharing. You can.
Yeah,
I don't hear you very good. It's cat.
You have on the top share screen. It might. Yeah.
So we finish. Is that?
No, I'm just saying that you are. Can you hear me now?
I don't hear. Huh?
You have a red button, share screen, I guess. Or it's maybe in another language.
Stop share.
Stop share, yeah.
I think I have a problem with internet because the cat.
What about now? Can you hear us?
I think there is something near home, and I have some problem with internet. The cat, when you talk, the sentence cat.
I can do a trick.
I don't know.
I do a trick.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
No, it's good. Yes.
That's good.
Okay, perfect. So then that should work. And you are not seeing my screen, isn't it?
No, we are. Yeah, we don't see your screen.
So indeed, so what indeed the question of empowering women. So that's really like one of the big things. And I wanted to remind as well, for instance, looking at the Nobel, you were mentioning Marie Curie all the way to get as well a visibility, role model. And we had in for the case of, for instance, Anne Lhuillier, you know, in terms of physics Nobel, she's only the 5th Nobel Prize woman out of 227. This is like really a huge difference. So indeed, we need to change all of that. And in the case of Africa, I think that there are some evolution, and there is really the need to share the lead, because as you show that 40 to 60% of women with medical physics, I think this is really something interesting and important. So we need to move on this difference as well. So thank you for enabling that. So we have more questions as well. So from our guests, so I just want to come back to those. So with a serious Walter, who is asking, in terms of life, indeed, the personal perspective, that's how to handle pushback and failure in your career. So do you have some recommendation or some potential example that you had to share?
Yes, of course. I think the first thing, it is important to do what you like to do. For example, when I went to Grenoble, I want to have a mathematics graduation, and here I discover physics. Thanks to what? Thanks to a professor who are very good. He explained physics, and I discovered this, and I love physics. I go to nuclear physics. So it depends of the teacher. And you have another thing very important. If you talk about Nobel Prize, and I talk about L'Oréal UNESCO. For example, some years ago, we always choose 5 women in the world. The world is divided in North Africa, North America, South America, Europe, Africa and Arab states, and Asia and Pacific. And we choose a woman in Germany, and after that is French, but in Germany, and after that she has the Nobel Prize. Is for that I say sometimes some little award can give, like if you go, I don't know, gas wall is electricity, and you go ahead. So we have to talk with our professor. You have to talk with your professor to ask question. Is that in my case, I always ask why we have that, why we choose that, and this give me some choice. For example, I never think that one day I will be nuclear physicist. I discovered that thanks to some teacher, some professor, thanks to some response to my question. And is that change all my life. And when I have awarded, all that give me trust of our policymaker, and also give me some forces to go ahead. For example, some people ask me, you will never be retired. I say no, because I love what I am doing. So for that, you have to choose what you love, what you want to do. You have not to take a choice for someone who show you this choice. It's
and perseverance, I guess, as well. So that's really one of the things. Life is never simple, as you said. Nothing is easy to acquire, and this is perseverance, I guess, and hard work. The hard work and the we all together. I think this is what builds as well those community, and this is why science can go through those frontiers, like reaching almost the impossible.
There is perseverance. There is also courage.
And courage, daring.
Very. Why? I work because I love what I am doing, but I never so that I have some courage. One award for young people in robotic in US, they give to the medal my name. They write Professor Rajaâ Cherkaoui for the courage. And this I say, whoa, yes, I have been courageous, but I never see that I am courageous, So you need perseverance, but also courage. But when you have an award, you forgot all the problem we have before, and this is very nice.
Yeah, that's true, Professor. I mean, always like thanks a lot for leading with courage and also for monitoring with heart, like, and also for showing us what it means to build the bridge between science and also the society. Thanks.
Yeah, physics for
Thank you.
society.
Yes, that's true.
So maybe in terms of the question also from Sofia Radwan. So she's asking as well if there are any recommended internship or fellowship or online platform that you would recommend to deepen the knowledge in this field. So radiological and maybe high energy physics. What would you recommend?
Yes, there is many of fellowship, many, but sometimes people are not. In my before many years ago, we haven't many fellowship, but now you are many. For example, I talk about Women for Africa. It's giving by a foundation from Spain. There is many one. What I can do, I can when there is a call, I can send to Christine, to you, Christine, and to Monia, the call, and
we can distribute maybe as well with the APS community, because we don't have like a
yes,
sharing list with the APS, but then with the ASP we do. So we could do that if you are as well in the African.
there is many currently there is many organization helping women in science, young women in science. There is many fellowship, and this is very, but we have to be aware of that. So I will send you when I receive a call. I will send you.
Exactly, that would be nice. And also we recall to register as well to the FIP there. So indeed, this is with the APS, the possibility to learn
Yes.
more.
Excuse me, Christine. Currently, there is a call in L'Oréal Maghreb, a call for a fellowship for women from Maghreb.
Okay, so what
from
we'll do, we'll put it,
Tunis and Algeria
and we can add it as well when we do the in our webpage where we put the YouTube and then your slides. So we will have as well links related to those calls, and then an email address, and then also maybe some mailing list that we could use to encourage as well and find all those different platforms. And indeed, we have as well, for instance, MOOC, we do have as well with, or you can check for the IUPAP. You can find, you can find on the IUPAP Working Group 14, we have as well MOOC. We have a lot of also training for accelerator, but also applied to medical. So for the radiotherapy, for the proton therapy, we do have some. So again, maybe that's also something that I will put there. We have another question speaking about geographically as well. So are there any kind of scientific connection as well in nuclear or particle physics research between India and Morocco that you know about? We have a lot of Indian listeners as well, and early career scientists, very, very, excellent and talented. So do you know any connection with Morocco and India? Oops. So yeah, so sorry, the connection is never simple. It's back. Do you?
I am changing my room to try to have better internet because it's not good here. One moment, please.
Yeah, so one of the challenges is always the connection. So sorry for that. We had actually the same event in Sweden last time. So wherever on the planet, nothing is really stable. It's those moving magnetic field.
Christine,
I changed my room.
while she's getting her technical connection better, do you happen to know what fraction in Europe you find in female medical physicists?
No, it's better. It's better like?
It sounds good.
Better.
Yes, I changed my room. It's better
Great.
here. Thank you. So here, because before all the sentences are cut, so I don't hear very good. No, it's good. Thank you. So
Very
I am
good.
hearing. Mm.
In your talk, did you address the role of IAEA in promoting medical physics in Africa?
Yes, of course. Yes.
Okay.
For example, I receive many students with, I receive students, PhD students with PhD sandwich from the agency. And they can have, we have also some courses, they can come to masters, to do masters, and they can have applied to have a grant, and a very interesting grant. So IA is here. And we have also some courses, for example, for 6 months in radio protection, and it's for Francophone Africa. And you have in Ghana for Anglophone for 6 months to learn about radiation. And there is many grants by the International Atomic Agency. And I think all young people working in this area have to look to the website of the agency. And if they want to have some news and they can write me. You can give them my because I have a good contact with the agency, and I can give them more details. And for example, I think 4 months ago, I go to the agency and I found some young female women doing some training there also in Vienna. And this is very good, I think. There is, before we have nothing, but currently we have many opportunities, but not good communication, if you want, in some area, in some country, in that. For example, here in Morocco, when I receive something, I send and all people I know, but it is not the case in other countries. So I will be there if there is, if I receive something, if there is some question, I am here.
Very good. And I think I could put as well in the link that I send more of the link, because this is a way we could also handle communication. At least we have more access there too. So through the IUPAP, and also with UNESCO, I guess that there was a lot.
UNESCO also, but 1 minute, because I have. Here in do you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can.
That's good.
So maybe there was one technical question as well that I saw somewhere in the chat about how about using the PHITS code to simulate a system on carbon ion therapy or proton therapy, so Monte Carlo Fortran, so the kind of language as well.
If you look to the toolkits you have, for example, in Geneva, in CERN, you have a wiki for all the toolkits, and this wiki is very good explained. And when you don't understand, you have an email, you write, and they explain you. You are always someone to explain you. And in the beginning, we learn only thanks to all the wiki. And the Gen4 or Get is open. All program is open for anywhere, but you have, and sometimes I write to, in the beginning, I write to some colleagues and they all give me answer what I want. So it's not a problem. You have only to decide what you want to do and which software you want to use. And after that, thanks to internet and thanks to CERN and other organizations, CEA also, Commissariat d'énergie atomique, help also UNICEF and your association also in society, and you can have all details, but you have in the beginning to choose what you want to do, what software you do. For example, in the beginning, what we do, in the beginning, you have many software and you don't know which one you have to take. So try a little this one, and after to show, and you can ask also some experts, do you have an idea if I take this software or this, because there is many software, and with that you can do, but you have, for all software, we had a very wiki website.
Yeah, thanks a lot for the advice. So we have, I will just read. So what did you answer between India and Morocco? So did you have some specific recommendation as well? Any connection that you know about with India?
No, in nuclear physics, there is some connection, but not in nuclear physics.
Not in
There
nuclear
is,
physics.
yes. Currently, Morocco is thinking about perhaps nuclear energy in the future, but SMR, something small modular reactor. There is only thinking. And this, we have some contact with India because all countries want to show what they are doing. So with French, of course, because we have a big relation with French, so it's normal. With US, with China, with Russia, with India. But I discovered that India give some grants, and I discovered that by ICTP. They give some grants to students. You have India, you have China, who give grants to students to go for their PhD or their masters there. But there is a selection, a very big selection. But
Yeah.
and there it is a good grant.
Yeah, very good. And indeed, to answer also, so Aiza Al-Azizi, so she's asking as well as a Moroccan master student, so this is matter radiation specializing in medical physics. So what platform of international program would you recommend for internship, fellowship, or network opportunity in nuclear and medical physics? So
There is many platforms, many. First, for Morocco, we have the website of the university. You have all the things website. And when you want to have to do a master or PhD, you have first to put your name in the website of the university. You have a call, and first we have to put that you want to do that. And after that, they will call you to put all details about you, and there is a selection. But if in the beginning you don't put in the platform of the website of the university, it is impossible to be there. And where you are not from Morocco, there is some system between foreign office and your foreign office in your country with foreign office. But for PhD, it's more easy than for bachelor or master. It's for master or bachelor, you have to go from foreign office. But for PhD, I only have to show that this person have a grant or something, and no problem for that. There is many different bets. You have first to look to the platform of, and there is many platforms. We receive many calls. I think 30 years ago we have not that. It's a new. There is many opportunities, but when you are in internet, it is huge. It's impossible. But put some K word, and you will, if you put some keyword, you can find where you have to go.
Yeah, excellent. So thank you very much. So for those advice. And then indeed, so there is a lot of people that you have inspired as well for your life. That thank you for this wonderful presentation, including El Mehdi Saidi that also wrote. So not the direct question, but I think that indeed a role model, as you said, and we had also from our colleagues, so Cheryl Spencer as well, this comment that in the 50s and 60s, only Marie Curie was the role model. And I was mentioning Anne Lhuillier, she's the second after Marie Curie in France, only. So imagine, out of
Imagine, yes.
227, so five, but then in France, only 2. So indeed, it means that we need really to keep trying and perseverance, like what we said, and
Yes.
courage.
Yes.
Yes.
And there is something I do, and young researchers can do that. When I have time, because we have a convention between our Academy of Science and the Academy of High Underground School, sometimes I go to public or private school in Saturday, and they give a conference, and they explain, for example, what is nuclear physics, what is nuclear medicine, and I began many years ago, and now I have the indicator. Sometimes at the university, some women come or men and say, we are in a master because one day you come and you give a conference in our school. So I think it is very important to young researchers to give some large a conference for large public. And this thanks to some colleagues from France who learned me how to give conference to large public. And it is very important because it's helped me also to talk with parliament. When I have some question, I can answer and explain to large public. And this is very important. This also can have a big impact, I say, sure.
And to develop as well the language. We may not have it at the beginning, but by
Yes,
we learn.
yes. No, it's very difficult to explain, for example, to young children around 12 something. And this, we have to learn to do that. For example, Munya know that because I always say, if you want to know if you understand what you are doing, explain to your young brother or sister. If they understand, so you are good. If they don't understand, you are not good. So it is very important to, how do you say, to bring the message. If you,
Yeah, there would be so many development, but one of the things as well, I really like you saying that the basic science doesn't stop at the discovery, and this is really the field how you apply it. So I think this is really a very good example to apply to medical application, and also thanks to CERN and Atlas. And I can tell you that we have here in the audience as well the founder of Atlas, so with Peter Yeni. So I think
Peter, oh, good friend, Peter, yes.
give the best greetings to him. He couldn't be with us, but the greetings to our colleague. So indeed, so I think that we might have run out of time. So now this is really nice to have possibility to exchange freely as well on this forum. So thank you very much for sharing your perspective. And we will.
Thank you for inviting me to give this call. It's important for our future.
Very inspiring. And please keep on going on this direction as well, training more talented young ladies and boys as well.
And thank you, Christine, what you are doing, and Munya and KTB for Africa, and for very, very good. Thank you very much for that.
It's important to share. It's our responsibility, I would say, like a lot of people say, I think. So very good. So I will also share and finish so by sharing on the coming presentation that we'll have also from Africa, for Benin. So you may know, so Professor Thierry d'Almeida, who has been as well in Benin, developing those different diffractometers, a lot of hardware, but also training new scientists to become in the field of potentially building a new African light source. Why not? So to bring capacity in Africa, so this is what you could hear on the 31st of July, and we will meet at the same time on our channel. So material science and socio-economical challenge in Africa. So this is the title that we'll share with all of us. So looking forward to have more connection as well, and please so share your interest as well in potential different topic as well, and then we will relay as well all the different question and answer to our guest speaker. And soon we should have a book as well.
Yes, you very important. Thank you,
Okay.
Christine. Thank
Thank
you.
you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank
Bye
you. Bye
bye.
bye. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, Munya. Bye,
Bye
Peter,
bye,
if you hear
Professor.
me.